Okay, welcome. Hi everybody, welcome. It's Chetna. Welcome to the Claret Ray exploration. So, I better make sure no one's going to interrupt us. Just make sure I'm muted here. No disturbing. Yeah, okay. And here as well. Yes, so I'm happy to say it's been a good start to a new year, and I hope your holidays with your family and loved ones or with yourself and your isolation time has been really deep and wonderful and restorative. Okay, so I see people are starting to come in. Let me know you're here. Let's see, get that adjusted a little bit. Hi Karen, good to see you too. Yeah, it's really nice to do this sort of checking in once a week with you all and having the colors to bring in the blessings. So this week, the Claret Ray is to support us with COVID and helping us to be patient. Hi, Lee. Nice to see you here. So the Claret Ray's gift is helping us to be patient. And if you think about wine, like the Claret wine, it's a type of wine, and the image is a wine glass, and slowly the grapes ferment and turn into wine. And the spiritual path this week for us, to manage the stress of COVID and to help us restore and be empowered, it's looking at that quality of slowing down, having that time to transform and transmute and gestate. We're not like instant coffee, right? It's not instant everything. So let us start by opening the directions together and really feeling our place, and let me know you're here. I sometimes see the little bubbles pop up, and it's nice Karen put a little message so I can see. If you write to me just saying hi, then I know you're here, because I can't really see everything. I recognize Lee's bubble with the little dove of peace. So, okay, so dropping down, sinking in, bringing your energy inside, and then we're going to journey and vision. But you need to kind of close off the outside world first and come in. And feeling that quietness inside, there's sort of suspension when we go between the worlds, and enjoying that suspension between the worlds. So, welcoming the spirits of the East for their support and their love as we work together. So letting your awareness go to the horizon where the sun rises. Giving gratitude to the spirits of the East and thanking them for their support and blessings as we work today, and see who arrives for you. Okay, moving to the south now. Thanking the spirits of the south for their support as we work together today or tonight, here in the UK or further afield. Thank you for your love and support as we work together today with the Claret Ray. Thank you, spirits of the south. And moving to the west now, the place of the setting sun, and thanking the spirits of the west for their support and their love as we work together today. Okay. Beautiful energy, loving energy in the west. Thank you. They're already talking to me. I got to move on. Sorry. The spirits of the north, we thank you for your love and support as we work together today. Thanking the loving spirits of the north. Thank you. And now moving to the spirits of the lower worlds, the power animals, the wise ones. Thank you for your support and love as we work today. I'm thanking the middle world spirits, the elements, the fire, the air, the waters, and the earth herself. The spirit of the place where you are right now. Let your gratitude overflow to this presence which holds you. Thank your true self for showing up to do this work. Thank your own soul. Ask your true self to merge with you now. Now we go to the upper world and we thank all the wise ones, the angelic, the archangelic, the gurus, the saints, the sages of the ages, and all the ancestors, whichever dimension they reside in. They're not only the upper world, but many of us have them in the upper world. Anyway, we thank the ancestors, everyone for supporting us in this work today. Okay. All right. So, it's good to see you too, Zografia. So, let us, calling in the claret ray, just feeling the beauty of that ray, and just imagine yourself breathing in the claret energy. For those of you who enjoy partaking of wine, imagine yourself perhaps having a glass of claret. And you know, when we have that break, you slow down and you savor things more. Slowing down, bringing the awareness. It's much easier to be aware when we slow down, to bring the energy and concentration and focus into this moment. Watching your breath, breathing in claret, breathing it out, breathing it in, breathing it out, breathing it in, breathing it out. Claret ray has so many blessings for us. We live in a time where everything is speeded up. We live in a time where it's the faster you can go, the quicker things can be. There's a high value on that. But there isn't a high value on slowing down. So the spirits this week have said claret is the antidote for all the kind of stress and anxiety related with COVID, to support people in their own healing and planetary collective consciousness around the world. The claret ray is the ray that's going to help us now, today. So being with claret, we're going to go into a journey of claret. If you think about, we are the grapes. We are like the fruit of the divine. And spirit life gives us challenges. In a way, we are crushed like the grape, and our juice comes out. Life squeezes us, twists us. It gives us experiences, challenges, and then we grow through our obstacles, because we increase our awareness. You can get defeated by obstacles, or you can use them as fuel for growth. So claret is saying, take that time, pull your energy back inside, and let the fermentation happen. Just be with it. Let it unravel. Be patient. Be kind. Be tolerant. Slow down. Take it easy. And let the ripening happen by itself. You know, we know there's certain things like a plant grows, it produces a flower, then the flower produces the fruit. You know, in springtime, you're not looking for, you know, you're not angry the plant hasn't given you the pumpkin. You expect to wait for that to grow. You anticipate, you enjoy each stage of the growth. You watch it. You know, it's not like instant. So Claret is having that patience, that capacity to stand back and just be with the process you're in. Okay, everything's going into another lockdown, quite serious, quite heavy. You know, the UK tier 4 in most of the place. And so your energy's being pushed back inside. Yes, it's challenging for many economically, but think about it. It's pushing you in. So you can take this inward drive as a punishment, or you can take it as a time of fertility, of fermentation. How is your spirit being cooked? How are the spirits cooking you? And your awareness. You have more time now for contemplation, more time now for reflection, more time now to go inside and let the process happen. It takes time to become aware of ourselves, to sit with whatever arises out of the subconscious, whatever feelings come up. You have time to witness them, time to let them unravel. And there's time for your spirit to grow, to cultivate. You know, when there's a pregnancy, you expect to wait 9 months and the baby will come afterward. And each phase, you're watching the growth, you're with the growth, you're watching your changes. So the Claret Ray is a bit like, you're not rushing things. You don't expect everything to be instantaneous. And you give yourself a break. You cut yourself some slack and you breathe into the process and you allow gracefully for things to change slowly by themselves. It's a great peace generated when that happens. It's a gift. And that allows us to come more fully present into the now, into this moment, and also to enjoy this moment more. You know, a lot of us are goal-oriented. I include myself. You know, I grew up in New York. It's always like you're thinking ahead, planning, doing a lot of action. Claret, it was in the beginning of my spiritual practices, the Claret Ray, it was so hard for me to slow down. It was like, also in the culture I grew up in, it's like to do nothing and sit there, it's like a crime, or, you know, what's wrong with you? Do something. Don't just sit there. Claret's the opposite. Sit there. Don't do something. Sit there. Be with it. So here we are, being with that energy, allowing ourselves to just be. And what blossoms inside of us, something else begins to get cultivated. So we're going to, excuse me, we're going to journey into the Claret Ray. And we're going to be with, you know, Claret can appear as a mistress or a master, or some people just experience it as a neutral energy. We're going to do the journey now, and we're going to journey into Claret and ask, like, show me where in my life, like, I'm not slowing down, and I could benefit from slowing down, and show me, like, how to allow your essence to come into me, to heal me, and your insight. It's sort of through seeing and through understanding we see where we need to stop and sort of stop our minds racing ahead. And to, when that stop happens, what happens in our energy, what happens in our being. So ask Claret to give you a teaching around slowing down and show you where in your life you could kind of pace yourself better. And then through that slowing down, another kind of fullness happens. Sometimes we're scared of slowing down because there's a feeling of like there's an emptiness, or we feel frightened of the emptiness. You know, the meditation. So how it's filled, that emptiness becomes full of emptiness. Like, see the fullness of the emptiness. So going into that, slowing down, ripening, and you are like the grapes. You are being transformed. Your alchemy is happening to you. Claret is also an array of alchemy. The grapes turn into wine. So what is the wine that you're turning into? What is allowing the process? Where are you stopping? Show me how I'm blocking the process of that change happening to me, and the transformation. Where do I need to allow your energy, Claret, to come in more and allow me to sink down, beyond the thoughts of guilt or not doing enough, or allowing the Claret to come in and feel the blessings of that energy. So you might need a healing around that. You might be very good at that already, but we don't know. So you're going to ask Claret to show you its impact in your life, where you need to allow more of the ray and more of that Claret healing to come in, and any messages Claret wants to give you about your lifestyle and how to support you at this time. Even if it's simply accepting what is happening. Okay, let's go to Claret. So come back and make some notes for yourself about the Claret ray, the gifts, the blessings, the healings that you received. And I'm going to hold the silence while you make some notes for yourself. I'd love to hear how Claret impacted you, what message or gifts it had for you. And if you share below, it gives other people a chance to reflect and think about how they can bring in the gift of Claret and accept that in their life, letting go, the teachings and the wisdom. Each one of you receives uniquely your own direct revelation. That's about the shamanic path, as you get it directly. And this teacher is here to support and help us. So it's beautiful to see how each one of you receives that. And you learn from each other. You know, we're moving into the Aquarian age, and this is where it's group enlightenment and group reflection. Each one of us is like a facet on the diamond. You know, each one of us is that which is what makes the diamond bright, as each cut of the diamond brings in more light, brings in more consciousness. So as you share with each other and share, it helps to bring more of the essence through, and we lift each other. And that's what this time is about, us supporting each other, lifting each other higher and higher, to become more awakened and more supported in a loving, compassionate circle where, you know, we are held as we look within. And, you know, on the wheel of life, some of us will be on the high point and others are at the low. So, you know, the compassion of existence is that those of us who are on the upswing support those of us on the down, and vice versa. And, you know, you'll get your turn to be on either place, any place on that wheel. Yes. So, yeah, Claret blessings are happening. Now, I just wanted to remind you all, we have that 21-day thing happening, the free taste of the rays. We're having a 4-minute meditation every morning with affirmations. You can repeat them and just have those to support you on your process. Talking a little bit about each of the rays of the earth band. And I think we're leaving it open a few more days. I think till the 10th, Rahima was saying 5 more days. So if you want to sign up, you'll only get so many days ahead and behind, and then it closes off. So enjoy it. B is sharing Claret read the first ray to come to her 5 years ago, and now she can say, yes, I've matured with it by my side. Thank you, Tenna. Well, thank you, B, because thank you for sharing that. And it does take time to kind of get the essence of the colors and let their vibration hit you. And, you know, these beings of light, the colors, they're just awesome beings who are coming to help us right now. And, you know, they're disincarnate, but we're incarnate, and they know it's hard for us, and they want to lift and light us up, you know, from within. They want to lighten our life. So, you know, it's really great to allow that light to come in. And, you know, we are bringing, the colors help us to look at the shadow parts of ourselves, you know, to look in and say, hey, what's happening? You know, like I had a hard time allowing myself to slow down and accept that, you know, slowing down, it felt like a kind of death, like what will happen if I'm not in my speed delirium, you know, can I do it? And then realizing there's different fruits can be picked from that. You know, each ray allows us to experience different parts of our humanity or human consciousness, and the light, it shines in, the colored ray is going right to that point inside of you, and you're seeing, how do I feel with that? You know, am I in balance there? Am I out of balance there? And it's an invitation working with the colors. They invite you to reflect upon your life and consider those things and contemplate that and see where you are with it. And then it's amazing, B, that, you know, 5 years, you can feel how you've progressed with that ray. It is a gift. And you're the gift to share that too. Thank you. Many Claret blessings. We carry each of the rays with us, and mostly unconsciously. These energies just come through us. You're not really aware of why or a burst. And it also helps you to become more conscious of what is actually happening to you, and to kind of have lenses to look at it through and hold that space. In February, we will start another Athenaeum. So for those of you who are curious, you might want to go deeper, get your chart, see where, you're at with it. And the chart helps you to work on you. And then we have a closed community. We won't have more than 20 people. We keep our groups to maximum limits so that we can really kind of see what's happening with each other and what's going on. The spa is like that too. We've already got the spa, like 8 people, in. That's the long-term training that starts in April, actually. So if you're thinking about that, check out the website and send in an application, or you can ask questions about it if you need help. So, we have our monthly journey circle. So for those of you who want to take it deeper and be held in a circle and go deeper, we're creating energy groups. They're portals of energy, vortices. I'm not sure the plural of that. Anyway, we create these energy fields together, and then the power intensifies in our circles. And they're intimate. Like, we're never going to be like a cajillion people. They're small. We know everybody by first name, and we work deeply, and then the circle, releases after some time. The Colour Athenaeums are 8 weeks. Those are 2 months, and we go deep dive in. The monthly journey circle is just happening. It's ticking over, and that's really good. And the year program is each week there'll be a teaching, but then we have the group calls, like big calls every 2 weeks, and that goes for a year. So something to consider if you want to go deeper with that. But yeah, so had a good meeting with Rahima today. I hope you all are having a great start to your new year, despite all the changes. So blessings for a good start. Elise has written, Claret reminded her that it was Jesus' mother who got him to transform water into the finest wine. It is said my son is water right now, but is going through the process with your help and support of maturation. Yes, it's amazing because in that journey, Jesus came to me. So it's funny you're putting this down, at least about Jesus. Although you can't see it happening each day, over time it happens. It's just like when children are growing, I had family visiting this week, and, pictures of when kids are like 7 or 8, and now the girl's 13, my cousin, and it was like suddenly like, wow, you're as tall as me, and, so many changes. And yet, day by day, if I lived with her, I wouldn't have maybe recognized the changes. So Claret, step by step. And what a blessing. Thank you, Elise, for sharing that. And yeah, Jesus came in that journey to me. So the Claret ray can come through lots of different forms. And yeah, the Christed energy, we bring that in, and we say thank you to that lineage and those teachings. There are so many teachings. I'm getting rushes of energy now. I just wanted to share. So many teachings are available to us, and all of us bring different lineages, and it's beautiful. The world is now mixing. Yeah, Karen, thank you. She could feel the Claret ray filling her up and savoring that feeling and being in the moment. Yes, seething into this moment, filling this moment with this energy just now, here and now. And if we're fully in the now, then it leads to the next best possible moment. And if we're practicing that here and now, we're going to be in the right place, and we don't have to worry about thinking ahead. It's just happening by itself, we're all on the path to awakening, and we're waking up together. I'm so happy to be with you all, and thank you for sharing. Continue to write your notes, and I will read them. And so many blessings and love. And yeah, so join us for the 21 days if you haven't already, and you want to jump into that, you may. And see you next time. Have a beautiful slowing down time this week, savoring all the precious slow moments, and sinking fully into the richness of now, here and now. Blessings and love.